Nothing I share here is financial advice. This is all based on my own experience, my strategy, and how I see the market. You're responsible for your own trades, so always do your own research, manage your risk, and never trade money you can't afford to lose. This content is meant to help you learn and think for yourself, not to copy or follow blindly. Let's keep it educational and intentional. Welcome back, guys. A quick update on what is happening and what I'm doing. If you want to hear my thoughts on the higher timeframes, you can watch the last videos. This is just a quick update on what I'm currently looking for. Maybe some people will like this format more. I don't know. So let me know. All right, let's go. Price is rejecting from the range high. Yes, it's leaving behind some highs that are not really clean, but that has a reason. These can act as targets later, easy targets with good volume inside. So they are perfect for taking profits once price comes back. For now, what I'm looking at is the support area below. This is where I prepare for my trades, the mid-range and the level below. Step by step, I will look for setups in these areas. The first one is the mid-range. We have a few confluences here. For example, some Fibonacci levels, volume levels, and overall the range midpoint. From a time perspective, we are slowly but surely moving into the yearly Fibonacci time area and the daily cycle time window that I marked in green. If we take a look at the yearly chart, we can see that the mid-range aligns with the next support level, which is another clear confluence for me. So this will be the first area where I look for trades, and I will update you on Telegram when I take action. Now, the next levels are below, and here we need to keep something in mind. If the first level is lost and price hits the second level, then technically I would prefer lower prices, best case into my next area of interest, which is the range low and the levels below it. There, I would look for setups and potentially an SFP to form, based on statistics that show around 85% of the time we don't get closes below. Of course, there's always a 15% chance of failure, and I'm sure that will happen in some setups, but I still take them all. So with that said, the second level, once the mid-range is lost, can be tricky. We have liquidity there in the form of structure stops, but if we see a bounce, we need to keep in mind the level above that was lost, as it can act as resistance. And then, as mentioned before, I would prefer to see price move toward the range low. Unless we see a loss of the mid-range followed by a reclaim, then I'm not aiming for lower prices anymore, as price would be back above that area. So for now, things are coming together for a setup that I would then hold for higher prices, as explained in yesterday's video, targeting the higher timeframe areas. If this range breaks down, I will adjust to the situation and look for the next levels of interest. Until then, this is the plan. For today, if someone is already in a trade, for example, a long, personally, I'm not interested in entering at this level. Yes, we have the point of control here, but if we see a bounce, I would just let my runners from lower levels continue. I'm not interested in longing here. If price moves up, watch this first area. As you can see, when extending it to the left, it's a strong support resistance level. For more upside, you want to see it reclaimed. What I also added, since price is getting closer to the daily cycle low time window, is this trend line. Later, we want to see that trend line break, as shown in the examples. This move down was expected for some time. I remember explaining that we were watching the mid-cycle time window to see if price could make a new high after the midpoint. If that happens, we said it's possible to see extended upside, some choppy movement, and then a faster move down into the time window. And that's exactly what is playing out. So now, the last puzzle piece is price hitting the levels inside the time window, best case quickly, and then starting to range and form some boring price action, as shown in the first example. Or, as mentioned before, we go into the lower levels, where we need to be more careful, especially around the second level as it gets tricky. The other two areas would be easier to trade. However, most likely I will try to trade all of them, and if I take action, I will update it on Telegram. Then we'll see how it plays out. The yearly Fibonacci time is hitting this weekend, and the new monthly open is coming very soon. I already have alerts set on the way down in case I miss something. That was the small update. I hope it was helpful. If you like these quick updates, I will try to make them more often, just short and focused on what I'm currently looking at. With that said, Stay safe, have a nice day, and see you in the next one.